for having me.
I'm glad to have you here. Okay, so very quickly, let me, so that we'll not take so much time in talking. The Senate on Wednesday again rejected a motion seeking to investigate how 1.3 billion naira was appropriated for the non-existent Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council, PFICIPC, in the 2026 budget. The upper chamber reached a resolution after a majority of the senators voted against it through voice votes during the plenary. Now, the motion sponsored by the senator representing Kano South Senatorial District, Kwawu Sumaila, was suspended because the matter, according to them, is already in court and that the presidency has initiated what they called an investigation into the controversy. And then the Senate President of the Senate, Gasol Akpabio, said that any parliamentary probe at this stage could amount to interference in a matter already subject to judicial proceedings. Now, this is the second time the Senate has rejected calls to investigate the circumstances surrounding the controversial allocation. So, the first time it was rejected, it was the Deputy Senate President, Baruch Jibrin, who presided over the session. He ruled against it because the President, Bola Tinubu, had already directed that the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, are supposed to investigate the matter. However, the sponsor has also argued that the Senate should not distance itself from the controversy since it approved the budget in which the allocation was made. And I think with that, my opening question would be to you, Mr. Boshinade. The Senate has rejected again for the second time a motion seeking to probe the alleged fake agency. What do you make of this development?
I wish this call can pass over me.
No, because unfortunately.
In our two previous editions, I made it clear that I don't really like discussing this particular issue.
Yes, I recall.
Because it's, for me, the more you look, the less you see. It's embarrassing that we are having an issue like that, let alone talking about it. So, but we already have it, and we can't shy away from the fact that it's now facing us. It's a reality on ground. The Senate you mentioned, by the virtue of the Constitution, they have an unfettered access or powers to probe into any issue they so deem fit. And the way Constitution also structure the leadership of the Senate or the National Assembly as a whole, the leadership of each chamber plays a significant role in the sense that they have issues they discuss per every session. The ones they don't want will not see or get to that paper. And if anyone gets to that paper and they have reservation over it, they have a way to step it down. There's something they call Senate rules.
Right.
And the custodian of these rules, or the person that determines what happens at any time concerning the direction of the Assembly or the Senate, is the Senate President himself. And the moment that gavel is dropped, decision is made. You may grumble, you may not like it, but the authority lies with him to decide whichever way to go. The highest thing that can happen is that if he if there's anything like that, if he continues in a way that he does what he feels that he should do, and is always at variance with the other members of the parliament or Senate in this particular case, then the members reserve the rights and powers to actually ventilate their displeasure.
Right.
I remember in one of the sessions, not quite long, when Senator Ndume said, I know you have the gavel, I also have my mouth. So you may decide whatever it is, but I have my mouth to also say whatever I feel like I should express. Coming to this particular issue, you can't divorce completely the issue of politics from here, because this thing we are talking about happens under the watch of APC-led government. The leadership and majority of the people in the Senate are members of this political party.
Right.
So naturally, they might be political. I say not political. They might be diplomatic about the way to handle it. Like one of the issues they raised was the fact that this issue is already subjudicial. It's already in court. So if it is in court, their intervention or probe into the matter, does it actually does it affect the issue in court in any way? Naturally, one would say yes. But there is also a place in the Constitution that gives independence to each arm of government: executive, legislature, and judiciary. So there is what we call independent but complementary work among the three arms of government. So the fact that you have the power as a court,
right,
to adjudicate over issues does not also take away the powers given to the parliament to oversight and probe to issues of national concern. So for me, I think the reason why we see National Assembly, or specifically the Senate, taking the position they took yesterday, because one, they feel like they don't want to be seen to interrupt the process that is already taken to court. Let court do its work. That's one. Two is that I feel like, that's me speaking as a Nigerian.
Right.
I feel like because they are also of the same party, they feel like if the president has actually directed that ICPC should investigate and bring back report in 1 month. So possibly they felt like, okay, let's allow the president, since we trust him. A number of times they pass vote of confidence in him. So meaning that they believe in his sense of judgment. Let's allow the president, since he has taken step concerning this issue, let's allow that process to run. So let's see how far it goes. Possibly after the report is now brought to the president, the decision of the president is not satisfactory enough, we can now possibly go into it and make something out of it. So I think that is what played out as far as I'm concerned.